It's a free shirt Friday at PNC Park. Great looking black and gold t-shirts brought to you by your friends from Root Sports. We get you set for game one of a three-game weekend series. The Houston Astros in town take on your Pittsburgh Pirates. Hi again, everyone. With Steve Blass, I'm Tim Neverett. Both teams come in with identical 14-17 records, so something's going to give this weekend. And maybe the Pirates get it started well with James McDonald, who has put together three very solid starts. He's gotten into the seventh inning at least over his last three starts.
Yeah, he has been effective. He's racking up the strikeouts, too, in those three starts. Something like 25 innings, 25 strikeouts. So James McDonald, one of the reasons he's successful, he's using that breaking ball. You see it a couple times there, fastball downstairs. Also, combine that with the fact he's getting out in front in the count. He's creating a situation where people have to swing at very, very bad pitches.
For the Astros tonight, the opposition starter is Bud Norris. He struggled a bit on the road, but not his last time out. Saturday, got the win over the Cardinals. 6 innings pitched, he struck out 4.
Yeah, and the Houston Astros are wondering which Bud Norris is going to show up, but they had a good start out of him last time out. Before that, 3 very borderline starts. He's a power guy. He's capable of what he did against the Cardinals, but he's got to be a little more consistent.
Pirates and the Astros playing the first of 17 scheduled games against one another during the regular season. It's the last year the Astros will be in the National League. Pirates hoping to get this series off on a good note. First pitch just around the corner.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
Back here at PNC Park with Steve Blass, I'm Tim Neverett. Now see that yellow one, Let's Go Bucks? That was last year's Root shirt, a very, very popular one. The Root Sports shirt tonight certainly will be a popular one as well. On another free shirt Friday here at the ballpark, the Bucks and the Houston Astros getting set for Central Division play. Each team with identical records. And The starting pitcher tonight, James McDonald, seems like he's been putting it together lately. Well, McDonald will face one of the tougher guys to get out in the Houston lineup, and a guy you wouldn't have suspected. Made his debut last year, HOU AT PIT, the diminutive second baseman, hitting third in the order. And he is hitting .333, so that's going to be one of the jobs to get him out. And as McDonald, the Pirates clad in their black alternate jerseys tonight. So for the Astros tonight, the lineup sent out by manager Brad Mills. Jordan Schaefer, a speedy outfielder, leads off. Ted Lowry at short. Altuve, then Carlos Lee. Brian Bogasevic is in right field. Chris Johnson has been slugging a little bit lately at third base. Justin Maxwell, released by the Yankees in spring training, and now in the Astros outfield. Castro behind the plate, and Bud Norris doing the pitching and batting ninth and facing J-Mac.
Well, the Western Pennsylvania Chevy dealers are going to bring you all this information on James McDonald, what he has done so far. And so far he has been just fine. We're telling you, the last 21 innings he has pitched, he has struck out 25. He's dealing. He's got above average stuff when he throws it over the plate and he is out in front in the count. He is a handful to deal with. He has been dominant at times, took a no-hitter into the 7th inning 2 or 3 starts ago. It is no surprise when James McDonald gets himself on a good roll. The only red flag you will see every once in a while, there's a lapse with the control, and you know you got to, as a pitcher, try to fight your way out of that. Of course, your pitching coach will come out, give you a breather, get a chance to deflect your thinking perhaps, but if he's throwing strikes, James McDonald has a chance to give the Pirates a win on a spectacular night for a baseball game.
It is really great out here defensively. In the outfield, Nate McLouth getting the start in left field tonight. Andrew McCutchen and Jose Tabata out there with him. Alvarez, Barmes, Walker, and Jones across the infield, and Rod Barajas, the veteran, back behind the plate doing the catching tonight.
There's Nate. And both Nate and Andrew are going to have a little bit of a sun factor, just probably in the top of the first inning. It'll be gone by the time the Astros get out there, but yeah, there's a sun field in left center field, so we'll try to keep the ball in the ground on the infield and get on the other side of all that.
Andrew's got his glasses on, he's ready, and Schaefer swings and misses at the first pitch of the ball game. .70 degrees here at game time on a gorgeous Friday evening at PNC Park. 0-1 pitch. And Schaefer fouls it back. He's in the hole 0-2.
And there's the key, and really for any major league pitcher, when you can get yourself in 1-2 and 0-2 counts, you will see a lot of batters swing at bad pitches because no batter wants to be rung up on a called third strike. They will take the ball because they can risk it if they're ahead in the count. But when they're behind, they don't want to be rung up. They will chase borderline pitches like that.
And a miss, strike 3, and Barajas will throw him out. That's the 38th time this year Jordan Schaefer has struck out. He is among the league leaders.
Just exactly what I'm talking about. This pitch, because he's out in front 0-2, he doesn't want to get rung up, so he will swing at borderline pitches. That's even a little bit more than borderline. Curveball grip. Interesting to use the phrase curveball grip because there's about 14 different ways you can grip the curveball. That's probably the most grips that you'll see for any particular pitch. There'll be more different kind of grips on a curveball.
Strike 1 to Jed Lowry. You also see him throw that spiked curve. That first finger's knuckled. James will throw that one too.
Originally brought into play by Bert Hooton of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
1-1 to Lowry. Lowry, a .301 hitter. He has 4 home runs, 12 runs knocked in. Former infielder with the Red Sox. 1-1 pitch. Now it's 1-2. So we showed you at the top of the telecast about James McDonald's opponent batting average. The opposition hitting just .213 against him. It's one of the lowest opponent batting averages through the first 6 starts of a season since 2000. Next on that list would be Paul Maholm in 2005. Opponents hit .209 off, and you go back to 2003 where opponents hit .185 off of Kip Wells.
That's interesting because Kip Wells, quite honestly, didn't win many games, but they didn't hit much off him. I guess when they did, they made it count. It's a rough go for Kip here.
Well, Ian Snell had a good start in 2007. Opponents hit 199 off him through his first 6 starts. And in 2008, it was Phil Dumatre, the left-hander. 207 against him through his first 6. A.J. Burnett watching McDonald, and there goes Lowry. And down to first base, Barajas. Strikeout 2-3 to put out for the second straight time. So McDonald starts the game out in an auspicious manner.
Okay, this is Steven Strasburg stuff. Strikeout after strikeout. Had him way out in front, looking for the fastball. Couldn't check the swing. Yep, that is definitely going all the way around far enough. So this strikeout business for the Pirates becoming a story.
He's got 27 in his last 21 and 2/3 innings. And as a team, the Pirates have been racking up a lot of Ks also. Altuve takes high for a ball.
When you are striking a lot of people out, of course, you get the swings and misses, but also sometimes a home plate umpire can have the kind of strike zone that works in your favor. Tonight it's James Hoy back of home plate.
I mentioned the Pirates staff, Steve. 156 strikeouts over the last 158 and 2/3 innings. Altuve takes outside, 3-0. Jose Altuve, 333, leads the Astros in batting average. He's also up there in a number of offensive categories. Leads the league in multi-hit games with 15. In the top 10 in hitting, top 10 in hits. He's got 40 hits. And one of the league leaders in triples with 3. Now McDonald comes back and fills up the count.
You know, before the season, Tim, a lot of people were thinking it was going to be a horrific year for the Houston Astros for a lot of reasons, not the least of which they're moving. So how does that psychologically factor in? But they're holding their own. Same exact record of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So they're playing, I think, a better brand of baseball than a lot of people thought they would.
3-2 popped up and backing out of play. Our PNC achievement tonight is Jose Altuve. Look at his numbers. PNC for the achiever in you. Tops among second basemen in average, 5th in doubles. Tied for 5th there, tied for 2nd in triples, tied for 3rd in stolen bases. So in his first full season, he's getting it done so far. Fouls this one back.
Certainly saw a lot of strikeouts last night from Mr. Strasburg. So James picking up right where he left off. Brad Mills, manager of the Astros. To be quite honest, there aren't all that many recognizable names on this Houston team.
Did he go? They're going to ask, and no, says first base umpire Jim Joyce. So it's ball 4, and Altuve reaches via the base on balls.
And as you saw, he is a stolen base candidate with 5 under his belt so far.
Altuve, not a big guy, 5'5" and 171. But he can run. And here is Carlos Lee.
The ever dangerous Carlos Lee. A lot of power.
Carlos Lee waits, and McDonald delivers, and this one is hit in the air to right field, right at Jose Tabata. That takes care of Houston in the top half of the first inning. A couple of strikeouts for J-Mac. Good start. portaging around in the Allegheny just outside PNC Park. Clint Hurdle's lineup brought to you by Toyota. And we see Jose Tabata, who has been doing very well as of late. Last 15 games, 311, 4 doubles, and he's scored 11 times and starting to really hit the ball solidly. Had 2 hits off Steven Strasburg last night. Nate McLeod in the 2-hole. Pedro Alvarez still looking for his first hit as a cleanup hitter. And Rob Barajas, Clint Barnes, James McDonald, the 7, 8, 9 hitters, and McDonald will pitch and bat ninth, facing Bud Norris, the right-hander.
27-year-old Bud Norris out of Novato, California, 6 foot, 228 pounds, power guy. Through most of his career, he has averaged right around a strikeout per inning, and that's impressive. That is strong. 9th career start against Pittsburgh.
He is 3-4 against the Pirates. The Astros are 4-4 in games that he has started previous. 6th round pick by the Astros in 06. Jose 0-2.
You were mentioning he had a very strong start against the world champion Cardinals last time out. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 unearned run. But the starts before that, 3 earned runs, 7 earned runs, 4 earned runs, about almost an earned run per inning. So he cleaned up his act against St. Louis. Let's see if he can continue it, or if it goes back to that series of struggling starts. This year, 37 innings, 33 strikeouts.
The 1-2. That's low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jose. Home games this season for Bud Norris, 1-0, 2.29 the ERA. Look at the difference in road ERA. That's a difference of 4.84 in earned run average. That is a huge difference away from home for Bud Norris. And Tabata strikes it well, but Bogusevic back. He'll grab it for out number 1. Defensively for the Astros, you saw Bogusevic make the catch in right. Jordan Schaefer is a center fielder, and Justin Maxwell is in left field. Chris Johnson and Jed Lowry on the left side of the infield. Jose Altuve and Carlos Lee on the right side, and Jason Castro back behind the plate, catching Bud Norris. And Carlos Lee not seeing any time in left field this year. He has started 28 of the club's 31 games, all of them at first base.
Well, he wasn't what you would call a Gold Glove candidate out there in the pasture.
No. In fact, I think opposite teams, the opposing teams, love to see him playing left field, just because they could see some outs turn into base hits and perhaps even doubles. But first base suits him. His bat keeps him in the lineup. Nate McLeod now with a 1-1 count.
I wonder, Tim, how long it's going to be before teams create a shift against Jose Tabata where everybody is in right field. all 7 of them.
It might not be all that long. We're seeing more shifts in baseball now than ever.
He is almost committed to go that way. And if it gets to the point where he is committed to go to right field, then opposing pitchers will do some things. First of all, you might think, well, they're just going to pitch him inside, but he likes that. There's a pitch in for a strike. You might think that that would take that right field, but he inside outs the ball. Sometimes it's more effective going away from him and have him reach out, because he's protecting inside a good bit of the time. But we'll see how it plays out. Still early.
Norris in the 2-2. Down on strikes goes McLeod. 2 gone for the Pirates here in the first.
Norris gets his first. Slider in on the hands of a left-hand bat. We're seeing that big sweep swing of Nate McLeod. Those big swings we saw Adam LaRoche. Pedro will show you an extended swing, and now Nate McLeod has a big swing.
McLeod getting the start in left field. Alex Presley hasn't been producing. Clint Hurdle saying before the game, now the lineup is all about production. If you're going to produce, you're going to stay in, and he's trying to give Nate an opportunity to do that tonight.
And if you don't, you stay out.
.330 the average for Andrew McCutchen. He has hit safely in 11 of his last 13 games. Homered twice during the National Series. Homered on back-to-back nights for the first time this year. Able to hit the ball out of the yard, so he's got 2 home runs. And he takes a strike. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Norris, fastball guy. He's got a short slider, and he'll throw a change up there.
Yep. You got McLouth with that slider, cutting the slider in on the hands of Pirate left fielder.
Strike 3 called. Got McCutchen on the inside corner. 2 strikeouts for Norris, and the Pirates down in order in the first. From Root Sports, given out at the ballpark here tonight. Our Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. Barrel.com definitely worth the click. Since 1921, lowest ERA for the Pirates in the first 14 home games. 2012 third on that list. Tops 1968 when Steve Blass was on the pitching staff.
Year of the pitcher.
Brian Bogusevic takes outside. Now, through the first 14 games.
I wasn't a factor in that 2 ERA because
you had 18 wins that year, though.
Yeah, but I was 1-2 on June 1st, so I wasn't involved in that particular number. It turned out very nicely, but what they say, it's backloaded for the latter part of the season.
Well, we haven't seen a year like that, 1968, in terms of pitching dominance in baseball.
It was pretty special.
2-0. 2-1. Your ERA was 2.12.
Yeah, and that was a whole point in back of Bob Gibson.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day, but appropriate to bring it up again now.
Yeah,
it's amazing. If you had an ERA today of 2.12 and
you'll have
18
a bank
wins,
named after you.
Yeah, 18 wins, you're looking at a possible Cy Young award. Opposite field base hit for Bogusevic, first hit of the ball game. So Bogusevic, first man to reach base via the hit.
You see Rod out away, and Bogusevic just goes with that pitch. It's delivered where it was supposed to be thrown, but Bogusevic goes out and hits it the opposite field. The pitcher did what he wanted to do, and so did the hitter.
Nobody out, and Bogusevic, the runner at first base. Chris Johnson, the third baseman, at the plate. He will take a breaking pitch for a strike. Johnson, 4 home runs, 19 runs batted in. He leads all Astros in that category. .295 for Johnson.
Also a strikeout candidate. 31 Ks out of about 115 at bats.
Throw to first, and getting back is Bogusevic.
Talk about trying to get in the running for a Cy Young Award. Well, there was no contest in '68 with him, and nor was there in 1972. And Steve Carlton won 27 out of the Philadelphia Phillies' 59 wins. Everybody else was trying for second. A phenomenal proportion of wins. That won't ever be duplicated again. 59 wins for the Phillies. Carlton won 27 of them.
I'm told in 1968 your ERA on June 1st was 3.06.
It got better.
And it got better. Down to 2.12.
Three shutouts in a row.
A few shutouts in there. Yeah. 0-2 pitch to right field. That's a base hit. Bogusevic will turn second, head for third. And the Astros will have base runners at the corners with nobody out.
Not where James wanted to throw that 0-2 pitch. We're talking about how much an advantage a pitcher has when he's out in front 0-2. You really don't want to get into that hitting zone. And here's where he delivered the pitch, and that was right down Grant Street. Don't want to make it that fat when you've got control of the at-bat.
So the Astros with a threat now with 2 on and nobody out against James McDonald. You know, they have scored a lot of runs, the Astros have. 4th most in the National League behind St. Louis, Atlanta, and Colorado. 138 runs coming into the game tonight.
So they're doing it not with pitching. We've heard so much about that. Good block by Rod. A lot of teams doing it with pitching, including the Pirates, including the Washington Nationals. Well, the Astros doing it with some offense, and that's kind of a rare thing because offense is down. You didn't expect this team to be in that category, in that standing with the real good hitting teams, but here they are. But again, it's early.
Justin Maxwell was the last man out on the 4th of April, right before opening day. The Yankees designated him for assignment, and he was claimed on waivers by the Astros. Pedro to second for 1. Walker the turn. That's a double play. And a situation there where the Pirates happy to trade 2 outs for the run. 1-0 Houston, but 2 gone and the base is empty.
Cleans it up. Yep. You make that deal every time.
Five, 4, 3 around the horn. Maxwell doubled up. Johnson forced at second. Bogusevic comes in to score. And now the catcher Jason Castro will stand in.
No RBI.
Here's a pitch to Castro. Outside. And it's a 1-ball, no strike count to Jason Castro. Castro missed the entire season last year due to right knee surgery. So he is happy to be back.
Now I'm going to present this scenario.
All right.
The Astros are playing the Marlins. There's a pregame meeting by the Marlins, how they're going to pitch to people. What's Ozzie going to say? Ozzie Guillen going to say about how are we going to handle Castro?
Says the same thing when they play the Cubs.
Yeah, Starling Castro. We go back to Ozzie's ill-advised comments about the man from Cuba, Fidel, that probably wishes he hadn't said.
Well, what he did say, as Castro walks down to first, he said he was thinking in Spanish but said it in English and didn't come out right. So the second base on balls issued by James McDonald tonight. He walked Altuve in the first inning.
A lot of my thoughts in Russian come out in English.
Is that right? Well, we'll see, Ozzie, very shortly.
Yeah, next trip.
It's a short 2-game series in Miami Monday and Tuesday at the new ballpark. There's a bouncer to short, and they go the short way. Farmas flips to Walker. 1 run comes in on 2 hits, 1 man left. 1-0 Astros. Bottom half of the second inning. And this Sunday, celebrate Mother's Day at the ballpark when the Bucs take on the Astros at 1:35 in the series finale. All moms receive a Neil Walker pink accent home jersey, and all kids 14 and under receive a Neil Walker replica home jersey, all courtesy of Chevrolet. After the game, kids and moms are invited to run the bases thanks to H.K. Anderson Pretzels. For tickets, visit Pirates.com. Mom's Day on Sunday. Big day for the wardrobe, too.
Yep. Don't forget about those Mother's Day gifts.
A hat might make a nice gift.
Yeah.
Speaking of Neil Walker, he's been in the middle of the majority of the double plays turned by the Pirates this year. Maxwell going around the horn. 33 double plays overall by the Pirates. That's 5th in the National League. And Walker's been right in the middle of 24 of those 33.
Pitcher's best friend. Managers kind of like it too.
Pedro Alvarez, the cleanup hitter. And since moving into that cleanup spot, he's walked a few times, but has also gone 0 for 15.
Ouch.
Walked 5 times in the 5 games that he's been in that cleanup spot.
Norris has given up 5 home runs.
1 ball, 1 strike. Clint Hurdle was asked earlier today if he was pleased with the at-bats that Pedro had been putting out since moving to the cleanup spot. And he said yes, he has been. He said he hasn't been giving them away. And putting the ball in play with some authority. And he's pleased with the approach. Sometimes it happens where you go 0 for something for a while.
Yeah, and it sounds like we're trying to kind of camouflage it by saying he has had good at-bats, has hit the ball hard, but he has.
1-2, and Norris looks in. Here's the pitch. And Pedro down on strikes.
But you can't chase the high heat.
Well, Norris struck out 3 in a row. He's got his career high of 14 against the Pirates. That was in the 2010 season. And the Pirates struck out 13 times last night against Steven Strasburg. And Bud Norris throwing strikes here tonight. He lives by that fastball. That's his put-away pitch, and he put away Pedro there.
If you ask Pedro, Pedro will say he helped. He kind of put himself away to a degree. Helped Bud Norris by chasing that high fastball.
Walker at .288 with a homer and 11 runs batted in. One ball and 1 strike. Now, we've been showing you true center, our shot right down the middle from our true center camera. But see where the sun is? It affects the lens at this time of the day. And if you want to see that, we'll show you that. But you don't want to see that right now. We'll wait till the sun moves. And we'll give you a better picture from what is known as the traditional center field camera instead.
About another half inning will be a non-factor.
Bill Anderson getting a tan out there. Hope you brought your sunblock, Bill. He's all set. Good. Two balls and a strike. It's 2-2.
As we get deeper into the summer, that kind of half moon sun effect will be around longer and longer. It will be here for, about July. It'll be a factor for a couple of innings as the world turns.
Is that a super sun like the super moon we had?
Only if a ball gets up in the air and you're trying to find it.
Walker ready for Norris 2-2. And a run for the third baseman Johnson. He won't get it. So a break for Walker. Chris Johnson had a long run for it. That's just a tough spot to get to for anybody. Left fielder Maxwell was converging. He couldn't get there. The shortstop Lowry, he couldn't get there. The Parrot got there, though.
I think now that we've played 30 games plus, Tim, it's just an ongoing factor. The biggest factor about this baseball club right now is a lack of offense. I mean, we can talk about the pitching, talk about defense, great crowds, beautiful ballpark, great scenery, but this ball club simply is not hitting. There's got to be more offense.
Inside 3-2.
And and if somebody knew the answer, it would be happening. But everybody's struggling. Everybody's working. They're here at noon, working, trying to figure out, grind it out, trying to be patient. It is what they call the elephant in the living room.
And Walker to the gap, over to get it, Schaefer. Jordan Schaefer with great wheels tracks it down.
That ball well hit by Neil Walker, and thought for a minute because of a left-hand batting situation for Neil that ball might run away from the center fielder, but the center fielder simply runs the baseball down.
Schaefer came over to the Braves, or from the Braves, in the Michael Bourne deal. And Bourne was sent from the Astros to Atlanta. Schaefer came the other way. So Garrett Jones with nobody on base and 2 men out. Pirates down by a run. Well, the other thing the Pirates need to do too is put together more than back-to-back victories. They've got to go on a little run here and there. 3 games, get a sweep here and maybe put together 4 or 5 in a row at some point. That's what's going to get you over 500. That's what's going to get you in contention for the division.
Right, but to do that, you got to hit better. You got to hit more. You got to have more runs. Yeah. That'll create that possibility.
1 ball and 1 strike. Well, sun's still affecting our true center camera this time of the day.
That's like the picture I get at home on my TV.
Really? You ever try a paper towel, wipe the screen off?
That would get in the way of the aluminum foil around the rabbit ears.
2-1. And just a few more minutes. Once the sun gets over the edge there, we'll get our true center back with a clean picture. 2-1. In the dirt, 3-1. You still have rotary dial at your house?
For the TV?
No, on your phone.
The phone. No. I got a car phone. I carry it around everywhere now.
When you say car phone, is it shaped like a car, or?
Yeah,
it could be anything today.
It's not a Verizon. It's made by Milton Bradley.
It's not a smartphone. It's a car phone.
But it's pretty smart.
Jones hits this one pretty well, but Schaefer there to grab it. So Schaefer covering a lot of ground in the outfield for the Astros. 1-0 after 2 full. Shirts. It's not too late to register for Pedal for Pirates Charities, a 100 bike outdoor spin event on Federal Street. It's tomorrow, presented by Highmark. Each cyclist receives a complimentary ticket to the Pirates Astros game that night, tomorrow night, and a commemorative towel. Proceeds benefit Pirates Charities and the YMCA of Greater Pittsburgh Building Bridges program. You can still register at pirates.com/pedal. Joining us right now is the Vice President of Community and Public Affairs, Patty Patis. There's the towel right there.
I have it.
That is the pedaling towel right there.
Yes, so everybody that comes tomorrow gets one.
Jordan Schaefer lifts this one to shallow center field, and out is Neil Walker. 1 pitch and 1 out. Well, tell us about the event and how people can get involved.
Well, all you have to do is come down to the ballpark tomorrow. We start at 1 o'clock. We have 3 sessions, one at 1, one at 2:15, and one at 3:30. We almost are out of room for the first one. But, you know, the other 2, we have some spaces left, and it's $50 a person. It's going to be a perfect day.
It's going to be a great day, and I know that for anybody who is either into exercise or just starting to do it, you may as well do it and make it for a great cause from Pirates Charities and the YMCA of Greater Pittsburgh Building Bridges program.
Well, that's always where my heart is where does the money go? And I think you guys help us out tremendously by talking about what Pirates Charities does. But the Y is also a great organization. They provide lots of opportunities for people in the community that otherwise couldn't afford to take their kids for swim or for gym.
Jed Lowry, the hitter for the Astros, and he takes strike 2.
So many ways, so many directions for Pirate Charities. Whatever your interest is, you can get involved, and this is certainly a unique way that the Pirates continue to be involved in the community. It's just an ongoing series of different things.
A little bouncer to the right side of the infield. Jones has to hurry, gets it to McDonald for the 2nd out.
We golf, we bowl, we shoot, we pedal. We can do just about anything.
We get involved.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Now, the stationary bicycles. Now, what if people want to get somewhere? I mean,
well, I don't know how to answer that one,
you can ride your bike into the event. How about that? Then get you warmed up.
Absolutely, and you can park it there, and then you can spin your little heart out.
Exactly.
But people that spin, I mean, they're very committed to this, and it is quite a workout. I've only done it once, but hopefully I'm going to try it again tomorrow, I think.
Well, we know you'll get it done, Patty, and it's going to be a great job by you and your staff. We know it. Good turnout expected, but still a little bit more room, and hopefully some more folks will come out and raise some more money for Pirates Charities. And of course, the folks who benefit from Pirates Charities always appreciate your efforts.
Well, we couldn't do it without you and without our fans, and we like to help kids, and we like to help kids in as many ways as we can.
Diving stop by Alvarez. He got him. Oh, what a play by Pedro.
All right.
Patty, thank you very much, and we'll look forward to the event tomorrow.
Okay.
Outstanding play by Alvarez to end the 1-2-3 inning. Weather around on Jose Altuve. An outstanding play to end the top of the 3rd inning here. Laid out for that ball in the hole, and Altuve, who runs well, just beaten by the strong-armed Alvarez.
And that's what happens when you have that kind of strong arm. You can go through all that business. When you get up, if you don't have a cannon, you don't get the out. And Pedro Alvarez has the strong arm. Neat play.
1-0 Astros as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Rod Barajas up for the first time. Bud Norris has retired the first 6 Pirates tonight, striking out 3 of them. And Barajas takes a strike.
Had a chance to see Jackie Hernandez, our old friend. He's up guest bartender in the Hall of Fame club. What a neat guy. If you get a chance to say hello to Jackie up there, you will enjoy yourself. There's a swing and a miss. Just always a good smile on his face. Nice major league career, part of that championship team. And he is in the building. Always good to see Jacinto Hernandez.
No balls and 2 strikes to Rod Barajas. And he hammers this one to left field. Maxwell able to get there. Well, Lacey Collins had a chance to catch up with Jackie Hernandez earlier today. Lacey?
I got to talk to him about a few different things. He's also here to see JD Martinez, who plays for the Houston Astros. Actually had lunch with him. He's been working with the outfielder since he was 10 years old at his hitting facility in Florida. But tonight is about pouring drinks for Pirate fans and also catching up about the 71 World Series team. You know that moment.
Yes, I do.
He's a vague recollection of it.
Yeah, Jackie Hernandez was involved in the last play, the last out. He retired Merv Rettenman, and then the celebration started, and it was so fitting because Earl Weaver, the manager of the Baltimore Orioles, said you can never win a championship with Jackie Hernandez. Wrong, Earl. Jackie was a big part of that ball club.
1-0 to Barmes here from Bud Norris. That one is low. And Lacey had a chance to talk to Jackie Hernandez earlier today. And here's the 2-0. Fouled off. And here's what Hernandez had to say.
It was the biggest thing that ever can happen to me in my baseball career. For some little thing that happened before the season started. Something happened with Baltimore manager and talked to our manager. He said something bad about me that I don't know why. And everything started rolling from then on. And after that, thank God, I made the last 2 up in the World Series to beat him. So that's the biggest thing ever to have happened to me in my baseball career.
Well, Jackie, I was going to be working with you tonight, and I said, any words for him? And he said, tell him he's still crazy.
You're referring to Tim?
No, not me. He's referring to you.
I know.
Yes, and I think the more people read your book, the more they'll agree, because you put it out there now, Steve, and people will think that you're a little bit left of center.
That's all right. He's mentioning that I wasn't the only one that was a little off center in that ball club, but they could play. They could flat out play.
James McDonald, a swing and a miss, 0-1.
Well, the Pirates got a little touch of the Adam ball. They're hitting the ball solidly, but right at people, Adam. And so far they've come up empty, looking for their first base hit.
And if it's not the Adam ball, it's the strikeout. Norris already with 4. Barmes striking out prior to McDonald coming to the plate. 1-1 pitch. Foul tip for a strike. 1-2 to J-Mac.
Jackie Hernandez got his chance because Gene Alley was not able to go. Game number 7.
And a swing and a miss, and the Pirates have gone down in order in each of the first 3 innings. Well, Jackie Hernandez from deep short.
Catch it, Jackie.
Throw.
Now throw it. Now, Robbie, you catch it.
Series is over.
Now let's all go nuts.
Free Shirt Friday night here at PNC Park. Let's take a look at our AT&T Mobility trivia question. Well, we saw the Orioles with 3 home runs to start the game yesterday. Led off game 1 against Texas, game 1 of a doubleheader. 3 straight homers. That's an American League record. Can you name the 3 National League teams that have also done it? Think he knows?
No. I do.
You do know?
Yep.
I know one of them for sure.
All right, I'm going to write him on my piece of paper here.
Okay. Carlos Lee hits the 1-0 pitch foul and out of play, 1-1. Let's see. I know there was. Well, I'm going to see what you wrote first. Well, no, I don't want you to think I stole one of your answers. So should I throw my answer that I know is right out?
Sure.
All right, San Diego. Ground ball to short. Barmas sets his feet, fires, and he's got lead. 1 gone. I think the Padres did it in '87. I remember Tony Gwynn being involved in part of that.
Okay, here's my guesses right here. Houston, San Francisco, and the Yakult Swallows.
Well, they don't play in the National League, Steve.
Japanese National League.
Oh,
okay.
That one's out.
Okay.
And I can tell you those 2 answers are wrong. I do know that. San Diego's right.
Okay. San Diego did it 3 times.
No, they didn't. There's Bogusevic. He takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. Bogusevic has scored the game's only run. Had the first hit of the ball game, too. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Well, through the process of elimination, you start thinking, well, okay, who might have done that and who may have been involved and when might that have been?
You know, really why I wrote down San Francisco. Bobby Bonds, when he was a leadoff hitter, he could put you in the hole 1-0.
Come back
very quickly.
2 out for Houston. Well, it's a good thought.
It's wrong, of course.
But incorrect, but a good thought.
Yep.
I'm thinking about the Atlanta Braves, maybe 1990. I think they had 3 tomahawk chops to start a game.
Pretty rough on a starting pitcher, isn't it?
Yeah, I would think so. Well, what must that be like, Steve? I mean,
I don't know.
You didn't do it, but
I don't think I did it, but I'm glad I didn't because I'm glad I didn't.
Did you ever give up a leadoff home run to start a game?
Against Bobby Bonds, yes, I did. There's a ball that's fair ball.
Pedro. Oh, what a play by Pedro Alvarez.
Off balance throw. That's the strength of the arm. Didn't have anybody to help him. That's all arm from Pedro. Well done.
A couple of great plays by Alvarez tonight, and this one not very easy. That ball wanted to turn another direction, but Pedro stayed right with it. looking for their first hit of the ball game. Tomorrow the Pirates will take on the Astros again at 7:05. Fans can take home the only bobblehead of the season. All fans get a Joel Hanrahan All-Star bobblehead, compliments of Pirates.com. It's also an Eaton Park Scratch and Win Saturday. All fans get a scratch card good for prizes from Eaton Park. Pirates.com for your tickets. Jose Tabata hits this one well to right field, and this one is off the wall. Tabata will head to second and not stop. Jose Tabata on his way to third. Safe. A triple, his first of the year.
Another example of the kind of different bounces you can get off that scoreboard surface. You got the chain link fence. That one hit some kind of a support thing. Headed way back in toward the infield. Jose's got the entire thing in front of him. Knows he can make the turn. Knows he's got a good chance for three. And comes into third safely. Big bounce off the wall. Look at this. High up. Hit something solid and finish the deal, Jose. He's going to be safe again. There he is.
You saw him just take that subtle look before he got to second base, picking up the third base coach, Nick Leyva, who told him, come on.
Now that's the way to get your first hit of the ball game. Jose Tabata goes to right field again, this time a long way.
An RBI chance now for Nate McLouth. Nobody out. Tabata the runner at third. And McLouth, a broken bat looper, right at the third baseman. Johnson makes the catch, and there's one out. Well, the Hanrahan bobblehead night tomorrow night. We do want to send our deepest condolences to Joel and his family.
Indeed.
Joel lost his grandmother this week and is on the bereavement list right now. Is back in Iowa, attending to a family matter, and he is due back at some point, perhaps Sunday. But our condolences and best wishes to the Hanrahans.
Now let's take advantage of this opportunity.
Pitch to McCutcheon, just outside.
Yeah, you can get balls that hit off that fencing that protects the numbers on the scoreboard, and the ball will simply drop straight down, not go anywhere. But that hit something hard and just rocketed back past Bogasevic.
That's outside. Take a look at the players right now in baseball who have had the largest improvement in batting average at this point in the season. Last year, at this point, he was hitting .259. This year, .330. It's an improvement of .071. He's fourth on the list. Josh Hamilton of the Rangers tops on that list with a difference of .097. Hamilton was hitting .298 at this time in 2011, but this year .395. That 5-hit 4-home run game didn't hurt his cause at all. Derek Jeter next on that list. Austin Jackson of the Tigers, and then McCutcheon.
You got to cash this in. Very searching, tentative swing for Andrew that last delivery.
And he won again. Again, tentativeness at the plate. Now he's with 2 strikes on him. Tabata the leadoff triple. It's a 1-0 game. Bucks need to tie this here.
And now Bud Norris has the luxury of just really kind of playing with Andrew, keep the ball out of the strike zone, because if he gets to first base, no big deal, sets up the double play, and you get on the other side of the Pirates' best hitter.
The Astros up the middle conceding the run, so now they'll charge into the infield, and a ground ball to short. Tabata coming to the plate. Here's the throw, and he is out. So the way they played it, Lowry and Altuve were back, and they did the old zone blitz. They charged in at the pitch, and the ball hit right at Lowry.
See the alignment now.
This is something La Russa used to do with the Cardinals.
This is the way it's been going for the Pirates. Not a lot of offense, and when they've gotten opportunities, they haven't always cashed them in. Still time to do it.
Pedro Alvarez struck out first time up. And that was 0-1. Pedro 0 for 16 since taking over the cleanup spot. Had a terrific road trip that earned him a shot to move up in the batting order. And here during the homestand, it's kind of tailed off for him a little bit, hoping to pick it up now.
Let Andrew go.
There goes McCutchen. Pitch is up for a ball. Throw down is in time to get it. So an inning that had so much promise at the beginning collapses on the Pirates, and they get a 0 on the scoreboard.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel.com, definitely worth the click. By PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And by Chevy Cruise, which offers EPA estimated 42 mpg highway. Let's go Bucks!
Still 1-0. One hit. It was the leadoff triple by Jose Tabata, and the Pirates failed to get him in. So Andrew McCutchen caught stealing to end the inning, leaving Alvarez at the plate. Justin Maxwell leads off for Houston in the 5th.
Wow, you get the leadoff triple, and then the Pirates were not able to get the ball to the infield.
Well, you got guys like McLeod and McCutchen who can do things with the bat.
Yeah, and you're where you want to be in the batting order. It just did not happen.
Jose thrown out after the middle infielders, who were originally playing to concede the run, then charged on the infield grass, made an infield in situation. And the first time we had seen that, maybe a couple of years ago, I remember working with John Wayner in St. Louis, and we kind of termed it the zone blitz at the time, because it happened to work out. That's the very first time I've ever seen that thing work. The Cardinals used to do that a lot. I never saw a ball played into it, not one time, until tonight. So Brad Mills.
Well, first of all, it might be a little distraction. Might be a distraction for the hitter. Now he's seen a lot of movement, and it might take his concentration away from looking to where the ball is going to be delivered from.
So you see where they start now. They're charging in.
Here's the set position. Now they'll start coming in. Here they come. And perfect opportunity to get the play at the plate. Looks good when it works.
3-2 to Maxwell. Fouled back.
Well, we have a minute. Just want to send along happy birthday wishes to Bob Wiles, number 80. Congratulations, Bob. Great Pirate fan. Evidence. He has evidence that he was at Forbes Field when Mavs hit the home run. Yes, that's done deal. So
what kind of evidence?
I didn't ask about that. Oh. You got to take that man. I know that man, and I'll take his word.
3-2 is fouled.
Now, there's a lot of people who said they were there, and they weren't. But Bob, well, he's a straight-up kind of guy, and he was there, according to his daughter, Ruby.
Well, if you say so, I believe it.
Yeah, well, I'm believing Ruby.
Payoff pitch from McDonald. Got him. Struck him out. So Maxwell is gone. Let's answer our AT&T Mobility trivia question we asked you a little while ago. Saw what the Orioles did in game 1 of that doubleheader yesterday to the Texas Rangers. They started off with 3 straight home runs in game 1. It's an American League record. Can you name the 3 National League teams that have done it? Aha. San Diego, Atlanta, and I didn't have Milwaukee. 2007 Milwaukee Brewers.
Pretty rare.
And Steve, you have the Yakult Swallows from Japan.
Oh, yeah.
And San Francisco. And Houston, actually, I think I saw.
Well,
so you wrote down on your paper here.
Yep.
See, it's right here. Yakult Swallow. He crossed it out quickly, though.
Yep. You asked me if I ever threw a leadoff home run. Yeah, to Bobby Bonds, I still could hear the last 3 notes of the anthem. That's how quickly he could put you in the hole. Unbelievable power, Barry's dad. A gifted baseball player. But, he moved around a lot, and that was before free agency, and sometimes that was not the most positive indicator. By the way, another Bucco, former Bucco in the house tonight, Jim Sadowski, pitcher. He's a member of baseball's royal family of Pittsburgh. Jim Sadowski, big leaguer. Larry, I think Bob, a lot of Sadowskis from Pittsburgh wound up in the big leagues.
To Neil Walker at second. 2 out.
And Jim Sadowski is our major league representative from our local alumni group. He represents us to the major league alumni. Does a great job of that. Jim, very valuable member of our organization. And he, by the way, bumped me back to the minor leagues. When
he did.
Back to the minor leagues in '74. Guess who came to the big leagues? Jim Sadowski. And I never let him forget it.
Some nerve.
And he stayed longer that year than I did.
Didn't he know who you were?
Yes. Oh, yeah, he did. Yep. Good man, Jim Sadowski.
Bud Norris takes ball 1.
Everybody who has ever gotten called up to the big leagues knows who he replaced. They always have a feeling for that. Keep track of it.
My question is there anybody you haven't run into today?
No, really. I ran into a group that was representing the South Hills, the South Hills chapter of the Lady Bucks Club. So, yeah, I've done saying hello to a lot of people.
You got a big list over there. I know. I just wanted to make sure you get them all.
Yeah, there's the Lady Bucks Club, and then there's the South Hills chapter of the Lady Bucks Club. So
standard.
Good to see them at the ballpark tonight, rooting for the Buccos.
1-2 to Norris. He goes down swinging.
Go, Matt.
And the Astros down in order. James McDonald with 2 more punch-outs. Go to the bottom of the fifth, 1-0. Astros with the lead. And you see the Buccos on the diamond now get an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at them off the field. Here are Buck Money Moment, Pirate Tales, AGH Plays of the Week, and much more. Inside Pirates Baseball tomorrow at 6 here on Root Sports. Feature Pedro Alvarez 2-week hitting tear. Recent Bowling with the Bucks event. Also feature on Steve Blass and his autobiography. Take a look at our Hyundai out-of-town scoreboard. Central Division opponent Cincinnati losing 6-0 early to the Washington Nationals. Bottom of the third at Great American Ballpark. And that's a good sign. No balls and a strike now to Pedro Alvarez. He was left at the altar when McCutchen was caught stealing to win the fourth.
Bud Norris continues to face the minimum through the first 4 innings. 12 batters. Told you about the good outing he had against the Cardinals last time out. The ball missing outside. And it was a good outing. The 3 outings before that, though, a total of 19 innings, 14 earned runs. So, I mean, there have been people who have figured Bud Norris out. So far, the Pirates have not.
Now, Alvarez has figured him out in the past. One of his 2 hits against him, a home run. But 0 for 1 here in this ball game tonight. So 2 for 10 against Norris over the course of his brief career. 2-1 pitch from Norris. Time is called. And that's the second player we've seen swatting some bugs out of there. McCutchen did it last time around. I know we were doing it here in the booth earlier. There were some mayflies that were hatching, apparently. It's good for the trout fishermen, but not so good for baseball.
Yeah, remake of the Swarm.
2-2. I had a few drop right on my scorebook before the game. So some
better than the stink bugs.
Yes, very much so. Take a mayfly over a stink bug any day.
We got rid of ours in our house. I just sit there in the recliner with a shotgun. Word gets around. Cut down on the visitors too.
Strike 3. Pedro, watch this one. He goes down on strikes for the second time tonight. Pirates had an opportunity in the 4th inning. Jose Tabata with a leadoff triple off the Clemente wall, and the Pirates couldn't get him in. Running on contact there. Lowry throws him out. McCutchen trying to get into scoring position. Lowry, good job getting that tag down after the ball bounced.
Yeah, that's a tough call for an umpire because the ball's coming up, so that the fielder receiving the ball, he's got to go up and then come back down. And you know, you will get some safe calls on that particular play right there because of the time it takes to raise your glove. You got your glove downstairs, you got to raise it, catch the ball, bring it back down, find the foot of the guy coming in. I thought Andrew had a chance to get the safe call, not to be. It was maybe just that kind of an inning. And wasted opportunity for the Pirates.
Walker hits this one well to center field. Going back, Schaefer still going back, and Schaefer right in front of the wall makes the catch.
Neil Walker has hit the ball hard twice. Nothing to show for it. Pirates have 1 hit, and this ball was given a big ride to the big part of the ballpark. And we've got to give Schaefer credit. He wasn't afraid of the warning track, wasn't afraid of the wall.
Schaefer had a little help from his teammates in the bullpen too, letting him know he had plenty of room.
Made a nice running catch on the first ball that Neil hit. A lot of these center fielders, they can just simply outrun the baseball.
Jones takes a strike there. It's 0 for 1. Fly to center. Pulled the ball to deep right center field, and Schaefer tracked it down. Schaefer's got great speed. We've told you about that, and he does cover a lot of ground in the outfield. And to Schaefer again. This one a lot more routine for him. And the Pirates gone in order again. We'll head to the 6th. Nothing going right for the Bucks offense. They trail 1-0. Astros may have gotten a present from that guy.
Yeah, that's Dusty Hill from ZZ Top.
Well, look at that. Cheese Chester raising the Jolly Roger. Big win for Cheese today. Cheese Chester, a little runny. Top of the order for the Astros, Jordan Schaefer. McDonald has been on a bit of a run himself here, retiring the last 10 straight.
And deserves some offensive help. Goodness.
That's a foul ball down first. Bobby Meacham, first base coach. Turn it into a souvenir. Bobby could play a little bit.
Yep.
Can run the bases well. 0-2 to the center fielder Schaefer, who is 0 for 2. Strikeout and pop out. Takes inside 1-2. Another ground ball toward first. Again, a foul ball.
Uh-oh. Got the prom, the movable prom, out on one of the Gateway Clipper boats.
Well, the Empress on the Allegheny going under the Clemente Bridge right now. Yep, it's prom night. Oh, yes, indeed. My son's at a prom tonight. Not that one. His is over at Heinz Field. So at least we can keep an eye on him.
I think there was a prom gathering over at A&E stage over next door. At A&E stage, hosting a lot of things. I didn't know there was a prom going to be involved.
Strikeout for Schaefer. Root Sports paying homage to Little League Baseball during our June 10th telecast, and we're looking for some local teams and stories to feature on air. If you've got a great Little League story or a team you'd like us to pay tribute to on June 10th, please visit rootsports.com to submit your information. Everybody's got Little League stories.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
A lot of people have prom stories, too.
Yes, they do. But Little League stories may be a little more appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the name of the team you played for in Little League?
Yep. Played for the Giants. I was traded to the Giants from the Yankees the night before opening day because they didn't have a uniform small enough to fit me.
Really?
That's a true story. One of the few I tell that are true.
One of the few.
Yep. 4 years.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years with the Giants up in Falls Village, Connecticut.
I played for your rivals, the Dodgers.
Yep.
I was a Dodger. Very proud to wear the Dodger maroon. We had maroon.
You didn't bleed Dodger blue.
No, Dodger maroon. Ted Lowry quickly 0-2.
I think you always remember your first Little League coach, too, because that's how you get introduced to the organized part of the game.
Well, interesting story about that, Steve. This is a true story. My Little League coach was Neil Huntington's high school coach. Believe it or not. Small world. 0-2 pitch. That's outside. His name's Bob Desmond from Nashua, New Hampshire. He was assisted by Bill Toomey. And Bill Toomey also assisted Bob coaching Neil Huntington's high school team, Pirates general manager.
Small world.
And this one in the air to right center field, running after it, Tabata, and he will watch it off the top of the wall. And Lowry going to head for third. Walker's relay throw is in time to get him.
Wow, how about that? Didn't think he had a chance because Tabata had to go a long way. That ball didn't bounce back very far. And the ball simply caught up with Lowry at third base. Dave Clark, former Pirate, not putting up much of a beef. Here goes Jose. See that ball? He's got to go get it. That makes the decision to try for three. Neil Walker right on the money to Pedro. Pedro puts the quick tag. So you got 3 guys involved in a terrific play. Pirates get the call. Lowry didn't think he was out. I'm not so sure. I thought he was out. It doesn't matter because Mike Estabrook, third base umpire, thought he was.
Wall-to-wall excitement. So a double for Lowry, and then he's out 9-4-5 on the relay. Altuve slowly hit to Pedro. That takes care of that.
Worth another look. 9-4-5. Working 9-5 with 4 in the middle.
J-Mac likes that play. He'd like some runs behind him right now. A 3-game weekend series with Lacey Collins and Steve Blass. I'm Tim Neverett here at PNC Park. This day in Pirates history, May 11th, 1988. Bob Walk allowed a run in 8 innings pitched. And Randy Milligan hit a walk-off double in the 11th, scoring Andy Van Slyke, and the Pirates beat the Dodgers 2-1.
Talk about walking down memory lane.
Yeah.
Seems like it was just yesterday, Robert.
Well, Bob was opposing Fernando Valenzuela that night.
8 innings, 1 run.
Yeah, but he did not get a decision. Scott Medvin picked up the win for the Pirates that night. Barajas a swing and a miss.
I think he'd call it a quality start, though, wouldn't he?
Sure. Valenzuela gave up 1 run also and struck out 8 batters in 7 innings. Bob outlasted him. Going upstairs, 1-1.
Well, not much happening with the bats, obviously. 1 hit, no runs, but this can all turn around and have a really good ending because of the job that James McDonald is doing. Let's not waste it. Let's not waste it.
Popped up foul right side. It'll get up into the seats. You ever been involved in any of the players' ceremonies that they'll have when things aren't going well? They try to break up a slump, guys burning bats or guys who make a bunch of errors will burn their glove or something. You ever been involved in any of that kind of stuff?
We didn't hit early in the year at Forbes Field one year, and we took a bunch of bats, and it was risky because you can't fool around with the guys' gamer bats. Took a bunch of them and took them down. There was an empty oil drum, and we set them on fire.
Did it work?
Nope. We got a lot of hitters mad at us.
Barajas belts this one deep to left center field. Schaefer going after it. He won't get it. It's in the notch. And Rod Barajas with one of the longest doubles you'll ever see.
Yeah, he found a spot where Schaefer couldn't run it down. That ball went a long way. And to be quite honest, it takes a long double. It takes a long way for Rod to get out to second base. This ball was tattooed. He got a lot of that one. That's going to tie the ball game up in a lot of situations, a lot of ballparks. Here it's a double.
Pretty close.
Yeah, right up on the top of that door. I mean, that didn't short hop the wall. That hit.
It's about a 405-foot double.
Yeah, on the doorway to heaven.
And now it's up to Clint Barmes to get him in. Barmes has been scuffling. Struck out his first time. Strike one to Clint. Clint going through one of the tougher stretches hitting wise in his career. Career .250 hitter. But hitting just .151 here for the Pirates into mid-May.
Good block there by Castro. It would take a high-quality base hit to score Rod from second base. He doesn't run all that well. You get a line drive at somebody, base hit-wise, probably going to get it held up at third, and that's okay because there's nobody out.
Norris ready to go. Castro setting up outside, and Barmes is swinging a miss.
Yeah, it's just one of those funks that he's in. He's jumping at the ball a little bit at times. The curveball was in there for strike one. Now a high fastball, and it just almost like a lunge. And it's just in one of those streaks where it can't feel comfortable.
1-2 now. We're back to the fourth inning when the Pirates had a leadoff triple from Tabata. Couldn't cash in. Now a leadoff double from Barajas. Looking to tie this ball game up somehow. 1-0. The Astros got their run in the second inning. Bogusevic went off with a base hit. Johnson followed with one, and then Justin Maxwell hit into an around the horn double play with nobody out. Bogusevic able to score from third.
Boy, Clint just needs a feel good at bat, and then he needs another feel good at bat, and just double up or triple up, so you just see a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. You start to get a little better feel, but it's probably got to be something you're going to build on. I don't think one at bat gets you out of this.
Well, feel great at bat,
but
right
that's
now
how it starts.
Be
that's how it starts. Even if he moves the runner here, positive.
Stays alive.
Keep in mind also, before the Houston Astros got in here, they had an advanced scout watching the at-bats of Clint Barmes and all the Pirates, and trying to figure out what they might be susceptible to, how they might work them. And I'm sure they've been studying the videos of Clint's at-bats.
1-2 to right field and a base hit. There's your feel good at bat.
Yes.
So now runners at the corners and nobody out.
That's good at bat. That's a good thing there. Yep. Kept it alive. Didn't quit on the at bat. And you wouldn't think that Clint Barmes would quit on an at bat. And again, just an awkward thing. The back foot is sliding out, but finds a way to make contact and finds a hole. Isn't it a crazy game? Pirates have hit several balls right on the button to outfield. I mean, good solid hits. And now Clint is able to just flare one, not flare one, but just kind of muscle it over to the other side and gets himself a base hit now.
Well, meeting on the mound now, Brad Mills will come out, the manager, and he'll discuss maybe what he thinks the Pirates might do here. What are the options, Steve?
Well, you got a lot of options. First of all, you're going to I would think that in this situation they're going to consider James bunting the ball to try to get men on second and third and give up an out doing it. But James McDonald swings the bat pretty decent. Now the risk, of course, is a double play, but if he puts the ball in play, they're going to take a look at Barajas because he doesn't run all that well. So wait and see.
So let's see what McDonald does here with the bat. Nobody out, runners at the corners, a 1-0 Houston lead.
You don't squeeze in no out situation, very rarely, hardly ever. So they're going to try to sacrifice, set up runners in second and third with 1 out, at least on that pitch. That can change pitch to pitch.
You see the middle infielders a little bit deep, and then they'll start to rotate around with Lowry covering second and Altuve breaking to first base. And McDonald.
Perfecto.
Good bunt. And everybody's safe.
Couldn't find the handle. And I think Bud Norris might have been looking around before he got a grip on the baseball. Pirates set up shop. The bunt's a perfecta. They're only going to get 1 out at first base. But now Norris comes over. Yeah, he seemed kind of looking around as he was grabbing for the baseball. Get a cleaner look. Yeah, see, he's looking to see if he's gotten a play, and he doesn't have a handle on the ball. It comes out of the glove, and then he never did get a grip.
So the base is full of bucks for the top of the order. Jose Tabata. And now the Pirates with a serious threat. Bases jammed, nobody out, and Tabata 1 for 2 with a triple. The corner infielders are in. Middle playing for 2. And they'll do the same thing here, trade 2 for 1. At least that's the way they're aligned.
Action in the Houston bullpen.
0-1-2 Tabata.
They can get rid of an evening's worth of frustration right now with some serious action. And we're not talking about getting 1 run here. We're talking about busting it open. McDonald has been airtight except for the 1 run he's given up. Put a crooked number on up there on the board, not a 1. Something that's crooked.
Two strikes now on Tabata. Jose's never hit a grand slam. His home run this year, however, came in St. Louis. And he pulled it to left, hit it into the bullpen there. We've seen him hit a lot of balls to right field.
Love to see him find a gap.
This is the 8th straight game he's been in the leadoff position. Right now trying to be productive and get a run in.
Bud Norris trying to throw it 3,000 miles an hour there. Got it up above 90. He's usually about 90, 91. He's trying to get a little extra, and why wouldn't he? He's looking for a strikeout. He's ahead in the count 1 and 2. A strikeout right here obviously would set up an escape possibility with a double play. Let's see if we can get Jose Tabata to get this run in, or runs.
Fights that one off.
Lefty-righty action for Houston.
Both barrels going in the bullpen. Wesley Wright, a lefty, and Brandon Lyon, a right-hander. Nobody out and the bases loaded. 2-2 the count. Bud Norris. Real first name is David. 2-2 pitch. Now the count full.
And you got to think he's going to get nothing but a fastball here. Interesting over at first base as James McDonald is under the watchful eye of Luis Silverio, because you know you're looking not to just get 1 run. So you want to have James be aware of every possibility. So Luis conferring with him. Here we go. Dig your heels in, hold your breath.
And the payoff. Struck him out. Tabata goes down with the bases full, and now the Pirates will be relying on Nate McLouth.
92-mile-an-hour fastball. Right on through it, and that's in a hitting zone. That one goes the way of Bud Norris.
Well, mentally, Steve, when you get in a bases loaded no out jam and you work a strikeout like that, does that recharge your batteries mentally at all?
Absolutely. If you're the pitcher out, he can escape this whole mess right now with a ground ball. Still a lot of work to be done, but he didn't have that chance before he struck out Jose Tabata.
McLeod is 0 for 4 in his career against Norris.
Struck out his first time up.
Barajas a leadoff double, Barmes a follow-up single, and then McDonald reaching on the Norris error. All one up high to Nate McLeod.
A little adrenaline involved with Mr. Norris right now because he knows he's in the soup. And he's not looking at the bigger picture that McDonald is not giving much up at all. He's looking at the picture right now where he's surrounded by Pirates. That's always a tough situation. Surrounded by Buccaneers.
2-0.
Digging himself a hole. This is such a good hitter's count right now because, again, you got to be thinking fastball. And if Nate can run into one, you can light this building up. I don't think Norris is going to be too subtle or too tricky in his approach to this 2-0 count.
Oh, fastball right there. And a 2-0 pitch. That's one that's hard not to pull the trigger on.
Yeah, and it's not the easiest pitch because it's high fastball and it's a very legitimate fastball. But probably a little higher than the ideal range. But you get the fastball. Good chance going to get another one.
Inside ball 3, and Norris now a pitch away from tying the ball game.
Went away from the fastball there, went to the slider. It missed. Here's where you, as a pitcher, you take the chance. Boy, you got a chance to get that call. So that one goes to the Pirates.
Now the 3-1 to McLeod. Well, for the second straight batter, Norris goes 3-2. Pirates loaded the bases with nobody out. Tabata struck out. And now McLeod.
Greg Ritchie was telling me the other night, so difficult for the Pirates during this stretch to get runners from third, Pirate runners from third to home. Getting a lot of them from second to third. Those are great numbers. Third to home, not real good.
Well, Nate will get another.
It's a lonely place in that batter's box right now, and it's a lonely place out on that mound. These two guys dealing against each other. Pitcher trying to work his way out of a monumental jam, and the pressure on Nate McLeod to bring at least something in, at least one.
Payoff pitch from Bud Norris to Nate McLeod. And Nate pops it up. Infield fly, and he's automatically out. So now it'll be up to Andrew McCutcheon.
And to be quite honest, the fans letting the Pirates know how they feel about this situation. And again, it can all change with one swing of the bat. But now Norris has got himself closer and closer to get out of this. And you are going to hear a reaction from these fans in this ballpark, one way or another right now. If Nate or Andrew's able to do something, you'll hear a big cheer. If he doesn't, well, you know what you'll hear. And that's just the way it is.
Pirates had the bases loaded once in the game last night when Steven Strasburg walked them full with 2 outs. And they didn't cash in on that one, hoping to reverse their fortune here in this inning.
Who else?
Trailing 1-0.
Who else would you want up, though?
Lets it go for ball 1.
Now Norris, I'll tell you, he is grinding. He wants an appeal.
Well, Jim Joyce at first base just shook his head back and forth. No, he wouldn't even make a sign with his hands.
He's the crew chief. I tell you, when you're out there as a pitcher, you're begging right now. You're looking for any kind of hit, edge, any kind of help.
Pretty big swing.
Oh, Norris does not throw too many low fastballs. Everything's upstairs, and it's hard. The higher a fastball is within the strike zone, the tougher it is to catch up, because you got to go up, and going up, it's hard to keep the swing level and do all that in time to catch up with the fastball. You're going to hit the bottom part of the ball a lot of times going up after those fastballs that are still in the strike zone, at the very top of the strike zone. It's not easy. Looks inviting, looks tempting.
First time up with the bases loaded this season for McCutchen. Norris delivers 2-1. And now 2-2. Once the bases were loaded, he went 3-2 to Tabata, 3-2 to McLeod, got both of them, and now is 2-2 to McCutchen. Barajas is at third base. Farmas at second, and McDonald, the pitcher, at first. 1-0 Houston. Bud Norris trying to pull off his own Houdini act. McCutchen staying alive. And typically, McCutchen with the bases full has done well. 476 in his young career with the sacks full.
476. Extremely well.
The Pirates need him to get a hit here. Struck him out. And Bud Norris should go out and play the lottery immediately. Very fortunate man to get out of that. We'll go to the 7th, 1-0. And the Pirates certainly have had their opportunities and have been unable to cash in. The Astros still in front. Let's take a look at our HEH injury updates. Sergio Escalona, a 15-day DL, and he's gone for the season. Underwent Tommy John surgery. A right shoulder problem for Kyle Weiland, the youngster. They like him, and they hope that he can return after the break. That's your HEH Sports Medicine injury update. Carlos Lee takes strike one. Well, Steve, I don't know what could set the table any better for the Pirates and having the bases loaded with nobody out.
And go to the top of the batting order. Frustration times 10. And there's only one thing you can do. You just ride James McDonald and hope you can scratch something out late. James has been terrific. 1 run on 3 hits.
1-2 to El Caballo. Carlos Lee. 269, 2 homers, 14 knocked in.
Extremely efficient for James also with his pitch count.
And he struck him out, and that is very, very significant because he is the hardest guy in baseball to strike out right now. You've got to know things are going well for you as a pitcher when you strike this guy out.
And he swings right through a fastball.
Averaging 1 strikeout nearly every 17 times he comes to the plate. He struck out on Wednesday against Miami, and he had 55 straight plate appearances prior to that without a strikeout, and it was his first since the 20th of April against the Dodgers.
James McDonald has been terrific tonight. And these strikeouts by Pirate pitchers, if they were doing well and scoring some runs, would be a secondary story. But we're kind of hanging our hat on that because not much else to hang our hat on right now in terms of the offense. But he has been very strong tonight.
Fouled off. Donald right around the strike zone.
Not many other pegs on the hat rack.
No, unfortunate. But
there's time. This is a 1-run ball game. As frustrating as this has been, you're 1 swing away from tying it. I mean, you don't have to put a whole lot of offense together.
Up in the air to right, and waiting for it is Tabata. 2 out. Well, McDonald has been a beacon on a dark night for the Pirates. He has been able to ring up some strikeouts.
3, 4, 5.
That's 6 total. And McDonald 2 outs now in the 7th. The longest outing for James this year, 7 2/3 at Atlanta on the 30th of April. And his outing prior to that, game 1 of a doubleheader against the Colorado Rockies. He took a no-hitter into the 7th and ended up finishing with 7 full innings. Last time out against Cincinnati on Cinco de Mayo, he would get the win going 6 1/3. A.J. Burnett has been mentoring him. James has been a different guy lately on the mound. He's been a lot more consistent.
And get this thing turned around, have James start mentoring A.J.
Well, A.J.'s got a saying, and he's given everybody the T-shirts now in the clubhouse. Preparation for domination. And McDonald's been living by that code. Didn't go. Chris Johnson with a 2-2 count. Burnett will pitch on Sunday afternoon opposite left-hander Wandy Rodriguez in the series finale. Nice play by the ball girl. Pretty routine actually for the ball girls here. All college softball players.
On the backhand.
The 2-2 pitch. McDonald fills up the count now. Johnson had a base hit in the 2nd and robbed by Pedro Alvarez in the 4th inning. Pedro made a nice play on him. Ball was hit right down the line. The ball thought about taking a left turn on Pedro, and Pedro stayed right with it. And another hit for Johnson. McCutchen over there to cut it off. Johnson trying for 2, and he'll slam on the brakes. Good throw by McCutchen to keep Johnson at first. 2-out single for the Astros third baseman.
Finds the gap in right center field. Made a big turnaround first base. Was thinking about two, but he had the whole play in front of him and wisely shut it down. Well, that's what speed is. You don't always have to catch the ball to make a difference. Just getting to that ball that quickly. If it's a lot of other National League outfielders beside Andrew McCutchen, that is an easy double.
Justin Maxwell, the hitter now. This will be the 92nd pitch for James McDonald. He's got 2 outs and a man aboard in the top half of the 7th inning.
And they're going to start loosening up very quickly in the Pirate bullpen. Phone rang. It was like scrambling a bunch of fighter jets. A lot of movement.
This one popped up. Long run for Tabata and foul ground. Garrett Jones out there as well, and that one's going to make the seats. No man's land.
Boy, and a lot of traffic along that fence. Everybody going to get back to their stations. So 3 Pirates converging on this ball along the railing, and you just hope there's no collision or it gets clipped along the way.
One ball, 1 strike to Maxwell. Now it's 1-2.
Tim, it's almost like somebody looked at the chart and said, oh my goodness, 93 pitches, we're going to get somebody ready, because there is that 100 pitch factor.
Jared Hughes up and throwing now quickly. 1-0 ball game here at PNC Park. Game 1 of 3 against the Astros. Final leg of this 3-team homestand. And a bouncer to the left side. Pedro's got it. Goes the short way. And that is the final out of the top of the 7th. We've reached stretch time at PNC. James McDonald's been outstanding here tonight. And we're going to keep you right here for the 7th inning stretch. A 1-0 Houston lead.
You now to stand. Follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley Cookie. And join everyone watching at home on Root Sports as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Well, they want to run. 1-0 Astros. Steve Blass, Tim Neverett here, PNC Park. James McDonald's been outstanding. And now a new pitcher on. Taking over for Bud Norris is the left-hander Wesley Wright.
Norris, what a job he did. And, you know, you're frustrated with the Pirate bats, but Norris looked him right in the eye and left all three runners where they were.
Alvarez will lead off, followed by Walker and Jones. And Norris,
6 innings, shutout ball, 3 hits, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 8.
Ties his season high of 8 strikeouts. He had 8 Colorado Rockies punched out on the 8th of April. And now Pedro behind 0-2. He struck out twice tonight. Pedro trying to get back into contact mode.
Had a hot bat for a stretch of games, but kind of back at least from our appearances to where he was.
Well, he goes down on 3 pitches. Let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Hyundai. Washington leading Cincinnati 7-2, bottom of the 5th inning. And also in the Central Division, Milwaukee a 1-0 lead over the Cubs at Miller Park. They're on the top of the 3rd inning. Atlanta leading St. Louis 2-0, top of the 2nd. As we take a look at the National League Central Division scores. Well, Washington left here mad, didn't they? Walker, ground ball, deep to short. Lowry, what a play. What a play by Jed Lowry. That's not your average routine everyday play at shortstop. He had to circle around that thing deep in the hole and showed off a strong arm.
Add to that the ball wasn't really blistered, so it took a while to get to him. Several bounces. He's on the move. Doesn't have time to set himself. Just kind of flings it across there, and arm strength gets it done.
Well, Casey McGee is going to come hit for Garrett Jones. His Pirates will get the right-handed bat against the lefty Wright. Right out of Montgomery, Alabama. 27-year-old.
So he has bounced back and forth between the minor leagues and the major league team for the last 5 years. It's a lot of commuting.
Here's a Rule 5 pick. Picked up from the Dodgers. Has stuck with the Astros. 282 career as a pinch hitter with 3 home runs. And McGee is 1 for 8 career against Wesley Wright. But he's not going to face Wesley Wright, as Brad Mills is going to call on a right-hander. And Justin Maxwell is going to come out. Travis Buck will take his place in left field. And Wesley Wright, a short night. We'll be back to tell you about the new Houston hurler in a moment. Travis Buck takes over in left field for Justin Maxwell as part of the double switch. And Wilton Lopez, who is inserted into Maxwell's spot 7th in the order, is on the hill right now. Buck will hit 2nd, batting 9th in the top of the 8th. Casey McGee hitting for Garrett Jones.
Don't wait around. Lopez has not walked a batter in his 18 innings of work this year.
McGee has faced Lopez once before. He's 1 for 1 for the base hit. He made it from the bullpen to the mound in a pretty good clip. He doesn't like to waste time, apparently. 0-1 pitch. Oh. Took something off that, and on the outside corner, good for a strike. McGee coming off the bench for the Pirates this season, 6 for 12. McGee, the former everyday third baseman with the Brewers. He's played more first base here with the Pirates. And he has third. Two balls and 2 strikes. Pirates had an opportunity in the 4th. Leadoff triple by Tabata. Couldn't get him in. Had the bases loaded, nobody out in the 6th, and Bud Norris somehow wriggled off the hook.
Ball never left the infield.
And Casey McGee strikes out. We'll go to the 8th. Still a 1-0 ball game.
It's Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Levin Furniture. For the best deal on Tempur-Pedic mattresses, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Wow. Different look at the incline.
Yeah. Ups and downs in this game in baseball. Pirates have had some downs tonight. So they trail 1-0. 4 hits for the Astros, 3 for the Pirates. And Jason Castro, the catcher, hits this one in the air, deep to right field, but room for Jose. One pitch and 1 out. McGee stays in the ball game at first base for Garrett Jones defensively. And
get him out here, James. We'll see what we can do for you in the bottom of the 8th inning. Again, it's only going to take 1 to tie 2 to get the lead. So keep on trucking. You've been terrific all night long.
Travis Buck, his first at bat. Left fielder came in as part of the double switch last inning. Yeah, he's one of the more prolific pinch hitters, ranking 3rd in the National League. 5 out of 7 as a pinch hitter, but this is not a pinch hit at bat. He started the last 3 games for the Astros, 1 in left field and 2 in right field. Hitless in his last 5 at bats.
Nice. James pulls the string at 74 miles an hour. Really backs off there and has Travis Buck out in front.
He's had that bender working tonight.
He's had everything working. He deserves a W, as they like to say. Still time to get it.
Two pitch. Struck him out.
Yep. Well, you know, if a guy chases that low curveball once during at bat, that goes in the file. No reason not to come back to it at an opportune time. This is following the high fastball out of the strike zone, comes back off speed downstairs. Nice. From high to low, from fast to slow. Nice combination.
7th strikeout of the game for McDonald. It came on his 100th pitch. 2 gone and back to the top of the order. Jordan Schaefer. He is 0 for 3. He's been punched out twice. And if he can get Schaefer here, that would be the deepest McDonald has gone this season. Right now he's matched what he did on the 30th of April in Atlanta when he went 7 2/3. Ball and a strike to the speedy center fielder Schaefer. McDonald retired 11 in a row at one point in the game.
Still some good zip on the fastball. Get yourself one more out, James. You are the positive for the Pirates to this point tonight. But there's room and time for at least one more hero.
Well, McDonald, as we mentioned, 11 in a row. What broke it up was Jed Lowry's double. He tried to stretch it for 3, was gunned down by a tremendous relay. Top it out of Walker to Alvarez. And he got Altuve to ground out next, so just faced the minimum that inning in the 6th.
2 base runners since the 2nd inning for James. That's when the 1 run in this ball game scored, and it came as a result of a double play.
And one of those situations where you're trading the double play for a run with a man at 3rd.
Yep. And you do that every time. .106. He's had as many as 114.
Payoff pitch. Got him. 8th strikeout. And just the 2nd time in J-Mac's career he's pitched 8 full. Pirates need to get him a couple runs. The Home Depot doing more on defense. Pedro Alvarez throwing some leather around in the third inning, robbing Jose Altuve. And Chris Johnson right down the line. Ball wanted to take a turn. Pedro hung with it, threw him out.
It was a terrific play because I think that ball hit right on the edge of the grass and the dirt with some English, with some spin, and wanted to turn back. So it looked like he had overrun the ball. He didn't. That ball just went in a funny direction, and he was able to stay with it. That was half the beauty of that play.
Pirates need to find a way to generate some offense from McDonald. Barajas takes upstairs. As I mentioned, going to break. It's just the second time in his career he's gone 8 full. Those are his numbers tonight. 8 strikeouts. The last time he went 8 was on the 13th of September of 2010 against the Mets. Scattered 5 hits, didn't give up any runs that day. Walked 2 and struck out 4. And that was the deepest he had been in the game. No career complete games, and his spot comes up third this inning. So 2-0 pitch. Strike call. McDonald struck out 8 on the 25th of April against Colorado when he took the no-hitter into the 7th inning, but his season high 10 against Atlanta on April 30th. Milton Lopez delivers strike 2.
You know, this game would be tied if Rod Barajas had pulled the ball a little bit last time up.
We got things started in the 6th with a leadoff double that hit just to the left of the door of the bullpen.
Yeah, and not on the up on the door. You're exactly right. Any other ballpark probably in the major leagues that would have been a home run.
It's so deep here in left center field.
It says 410 right next to that door.
Yeah.
And where he hit it, you'd had to clear a little bit more than you would on the left field wall. That's a little lower, so he even needed some more height.
And a base hit for Barajas, and the Bucks in business with the tying run on base.
That's what a good catcher will do for his pitcher.
And look for a pinch runner here.
Downstairs, just send it back through the middle, and here comes Josh Harrison.
So Barajas gets the hit. Harrison goes in to run for him. That's the all-important run right there. That can extend the game. James McDonald getting some good feelings from his pitching mates.
The Astros sure that Barmes is going to bunt here. Johnson is kind of halfway at third base.
Barmes pulls it back. Last year, Barmes with the Astros was their everyday shortstop.
You know what they say: play for a tie at home, win on the road. So the Pirates trying to move Harrison to second base on that delivery. And set up shop once again. You keep setting up shop, eventually you're going to score. I mean, that's just the way it is. Just a matter of when.
There's a strike. Out in the Pirate bullpen, Jason Grilly loosening up. And Clint Hurdle wants Grilly to face the heart of the order, and 2, 3, and 4 are coming up in the top of the 9th. So Clint telling us before the game that just have to wait and see how the game goes. If the heart of the order was up, he said it'd be up to Grilly tonight in the absence of Hanrahan.
Yeah. And mentioning too that could have been in the 8th inning,
could have
been
been
7th inning, but so he wants them to face Grilly. He wants their best in the batting order. That's how good he feels about Jason right now. So rather than just use the word closer, yeah, I want him in a certain situation.
Harrison diving back. Just about as far off the bag as he's going to get. McDonald hoping the Bucks can get a run or two here. And Barmes gets the bunt down, but it's foul. And now 1 and 2. Well, you don't often see it, but You see it with pitchers with a bunt with 2 strikes. Rarely will you see a position player bunt with 2 strikes.
Game will continue at first base between Lopez and Harrison. Substantial, well, average, maybe a little bit better than average lead.
And the ball hit him. It hit the bat, it looked like.
Well, if it hit the bat, it's a strikeout.
Yeah, and Brad Mills is coming out to say, hey, isn't that a foul ball?
Yeah, I mean, that's over.
It is. So he strikes out, and now Clint Hurdle wants an explanation from James Hoy. I don't think Barmes liked the explanation either. In this situation, the Pirates feeling calling for the position player to bunt with 2 strikes. And the pitch inside, and Hoy saying it hit the bat. And a foul ball and a bunt attempt. It was strike 3.
Let's see if we can. If there's any contact with the bat, it's a foul ball, it's a strikeout. Now, is he saying it hit his hand? Yeah, see, that's the argument right there.
Show him his fingers. Take the glove off and show him. And so Barmes is going to stay up there. And now Brad Mills is probably going to be a bit furious. But the replay clearly showed it hit him on the hand.
Yep.
Jim
If
Joyce
it hit him on the hand,
it
it doesn't get to the bat, so there's not contact with the bat before the ball. He's hit by a pitch.
Brad Mills saying that's wrong, and now getting in the face of crew chief Jim Joyce.
You know what's interesting? If the ball hit his hand, why isn't he hit by a pitch and go to first base?
Well, now Brad Mills does not want to finish.
He's going to get thrown out.
He's about at the end of his rope here. And there he goes.
Well, they've been waiting for something to be excited about tonight. Fans getting involved here.
First time Mills has been thrown from a ball game this year. Now, Joe Patini will take over, the bench coach, who was born in nearby Wheeling and lives in Bethany, West Virginia. Now, Clint's been there, he knows. I mean, he went out there and got him to change the call.
The going has been that tough for the Pirates. They're hitting.
So Barmes with new life. Go to first, and Harrison's picked off. Wouldn't you know it?
Leaning.
Well, the last time they threw over, it was as far as he could get without getting picked off, and he tried to get a little farther that time. And that erases the tying run.
See the lean. What? There's the lean. The fatal lean.
And Barmes Grounds to Lowry. 2 down.
It has been that kind of night for the Pirates.
Very disappointing. Very disappointing night at the plate and on the bases. But they've got 4 outs remaining. And pinch hitting for McDonald now will be Alex Presley.
And Lopez gesturing to his first baseman that he will be able to cover. He will be over to cover should the ball be hit in that direction.
Lopez pitched to Presley. Strike 1. Pirates need to take care of business at home. They're 8-7 at home, but against the Central Division, they're 3-6. Need to improve in that category. And when you look at what the Astros have done on the road, they've not done well. 4-9. Oh, and 2 to Alex Presley. Takes high and away.
Final line for James McDonald. 8 innings, a run on 4 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Did some terrific pitching.
Ball and 2 strikes now to Presley. Trying to make something happen late. And look at the Central Division standings, where things are at this point in time. Houston and the Pirates deadlocked at 14-7. Cincinnati at 16-14. They are losing currently in the 7th inning, 7-2 to Washington. And St. Louis, first Central team to get to 20 wins. And the Cardinals trailing the Braves 5-1, top of the 3rd. Full count.
I'll tell you one thing: if Presley gets on base, if they walk him, you got to figure you got to take a shot at getting into scoring position.
Three and 2 to Alex Presley. 2 down, bottom of the 8th. Fouled back. Alex didn't start tonight, but now has the tough chore of coming off the bench to try to make some magic here late in the ball game.
If you look ahead, it doesn't happen for the Pirates. Brett Myers is doing the closing for the Houston Astros these days, former starter.
And Presley down on strikes. So Wilton Lopez gets the Astros to the bat rack. We're on to the 9th. Friday, 1-0. That lone run the Astros squeaked across in the second, still standing up. Take a look at our Nissan Road ahead tomorrow night. Jay Happ, 2-2. Take on Charlie Morton. Charlie looking for his second victory of the year. Then Wandy Rodriguez facing A.J. Burnett on Sunday afternoon. Getaway day on Mother's Day. Coverage begins with Pirates pregame presented by Trip Total Media. 6:30 tomorrow night, 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon.
New battery for the Bucks for McHenry and Jared Hughes. Mr. McHenry
takes over for Barajas, and then Hughes, who had warmed up once, got back up last inning. And Grilli was more than likely going to come in had the Bucks scored a run. Definitely with 2. But since they did not score, Hughes is in the ballgame. And the first pitch to Jed Lowry's outside. 2, 3, and 4 for the Astros here in the ninth. Brad Mills ejected in the bottom of the 8th. And Joe Patini, the bench coach, running the show now for the Astros. Which he did many, many times as the bench coach for the St. Louis Cardinals. And that's for that zone blitz defensively we saw early in the ball game come in. He borrowed that from the Cardinals.
Right on the outside corner.
One and 2. And the pitch from Hughes. Foul back.
Jared Hughes has been up and down with the Pirates. Third stint with the Bucks on the opening day roster, so he's been on the trail between Indianapolis and Pittsburgh.
Just missed on the corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. James McDonald outstanding tonight. He won't be rewarded for it. You take a team win somehow. Pirates have to scratch across 2 in the ninth in order to get a win. Pirates will have the top of the order up in the bottom of the ninth inning. Tabata will lead off. Andrew McCutchen will bat after McLeod. Lowry trying to make things tough. So the job for Hughes is to throw up a 0 here. And then the job for the Pirates, get a bloop and a blast and get out of here. Now to win 2-1. Runs have been at a major premium here in this game. And Hughes fills up the count, 3-2.
I wonder what it feels like to throw up a 0. Well, it feels pretty good for a pitcher.
It's a little round. You got to open wide to get it out.
Extended at bat here in the top of the ninth inning.
I'm just surprised that it took you that long to react to that. As soon as I said it, I was saying, oh, here it comes. And
you got to milk the moment.
You made me wait.
We're looking for some levity in a game that doesn't lend itself to that.
Well, the payoff pitch coming from Jared Hughes to Jed Lowry. And it's ground ball to Neil Walker. He throws him out. Hughes made his major league debut against the Astros last September and had himself a pretty nice inning too. On the 7th of September, Hughes made his first run out of a major league bullpen. Got a comebacker there. And then a little bouncer to short for 2. Jason Michaels, another comebackers. He obliged Hughes. His first major league inning went 1-2-3.
You do that, and you get your number on your uniform reduced from 70 to 48.
I don't think he cared what number he had last year.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Nope.
Great thrill, great moment that you dream about.
Jose Altuve. Quiet night, 0 for 2 with a walk. Foul ball. Next year, Houston's going to play the bulk of their games on the road in the Pacific time zone. Their divisional opponents will be the Oakland Athletics, Seattle Mariners, and Texas Rangers as they move to the American League West. And they get to tangle with Albert Pujols again. And the Angels.
Just when you thought it was safe.
Wow. Got away. Jim Deshaies is standing up.
Bill Brown
Left
to the right.
pitcher. Yep, Bill, longtime broadcaster.
Yep. Bill did some cable work here in Pittsburgh way back in the early days of Gil Lucas and the crew. Jim Deshaies from Lemoyne College, Syracuse area.
1-2 pitch. Altuve, let's send it outside. Even at 2-2. Brett Myers loosening up now, the closer for the Astros.
Interesting resume for Brett Myers. A whole lot of starting. All the way back to his days with the Phillies. Some starting. Bounced around. It was just 2 or 3 or maybe 4 years ago where Brett Myers had that string of like a ridiculous number of starts, going 6 innings, going at least six innings for like 30 starts or some crazy number. And here he is working as a closer.
Altuve lifts it in the air to left. McLeod makes the catch. And there are now 2 gone. Follow the Pirates with the MLB.com @BAT app for your iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry, and Windows Mobile. Get live audio pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit Pirates.com for details. It's having a great time tonight. And Carlos Lee uncorks himself.
Down goes Frazier. But he's going to have to go to a neutral corner now.
A standing 8 count for Carlos Lee.
He's trying not to laugh, I believe. And he's trying to hide the fact that he's laughing. His teammates aren't hiding anything.
Sniper up in the light tower?
That's about a 6 on the Richter scale. That's a big man hitting the deck.
Lee struck out in the 7th. And hits a tapper down to third base. Alvarez guns him out. Last wraps for the Bucks, trailing 1-0. Stand by. We'll be back right after this. The lanes for their annual charity event, Bowling with the Bucks. Here are the players mic'd up. See who had the best bowling technique and much more during this special Inside Pirates Baseball Bowling with the Bucks. Thursday at 6 on Root Sports. Wilson McGee rolling down the lane. Well, the Pirates need to find a way to get a run. Simply put, they've got to get a run or this ball game's going to get away from them. Brett Myers comes on, the closer. He'll face the top of the order, Jose Tabata, Nate McLeod, and Andrew McCutchen.
Former starter. He did have a little closing program with the Philadelphia Phillies way back in the day, but that was after 3 or 4 years of starting with the Phils. So he's not entirely unfamiliar with this role.
8 saves for Myers from Jacksonville, Florida. And Tabata is called for a strike.
Not happy with himself for getting out there and taking a whack at that ball.
Tabata, a .250 hitter against Myers, 2 of 8. McLeod hits him well, and so does McCutchen. One ball and 1 strike. McLeod, pretty good average against Myers. 3 for 16, 462, and McCutchen is 11 of 22 with a home run, 500. So those are the guys to face the Astros closer in the bottom of the 9th. That goes to the backstop, 2-1.
Just a little bit outside.
Almost off the grid. Jose looking for one he can drive. Pirates need a base runner. It's 2-2. The rally cap is on. Hope it works. Maybe the rally clap will. Tough play for Lowry. Gets him. Boy, Jed Lowry's made 2 plays like that in the hole. And he has a quick release.
Once again, does not have time to set himself, but the throw is accurate. You know, you can get a little something on the throw, but you got to combine it with the accuracy. The accuracy might be the tougher part of this whole play. He's done it twice, right on the money.
Lone run coming in the 2nd inning. Brian Bogusevic had a base hit. Went to 3rd on a Chris Johnson base hit. Then Justin Maxwell hit into an around the horn double play, and the Pirates at that stage trading 2 for 1. They took the double play with nobody out and allowed the run to score.
We were happy with that trade. You know,
that's what you do in that situation.
Yeah.
That was not a surprise. It's not anything you wouldn't do normally.
Yeah, you eliminate the big inning and on you go, thinking that if you give up that run, well, if that's the one that makes a difference, well, you didn't do much offensively, did you? And that's been the case.
Myers delivers 0-2. Behind McLeod.
That's the way it's been going. That kind of pitch, and you can't even get hit on the backside and get down to first base.
Altuve. And the Pirates now down to their final out tonight.
And you've got over 19,000 very disappointed fans at this point.
Go back to opening day. The Pirates lost to Roy Halladay 1-0 in the Phillies. That's the last time they've been involved in a 1-0 game where things didn't go their way. Andrew McCutchen trying to change it. And big numbers against Brett Myers. (11 out of 22). To right field and deep, backpedaling, Bogus 7, and that's the ball game. And the Astros come in and take game 1 and shut out the Pirates tonight. The Pirates offense dormant against Bud Norris and 3 relievers, and save number 9 for Brett Myers. 1-0 final. Astros win their 15th game, and the Pirates lose their 18th.
2 storylines: the great work of James McDonald and the total tonight inept offense.
So 1-0 the final score. Let's send you over to our desk in section 103. Paul Alexander and Kent Jacoby standing by.
Thank you very much, guys. Obviously